Noel's News. It's Noel's News.
Young fella.
All right, Noel.
All right.
Okay.
I'm fine, thanks for asking. Yeah.
Good.
You're all right yourself?
Any news from the week?
Yep, that's why I'm here, baby. News. What did you say about me and the nuns coming in there?
I just said you were adamant that they used to body shame newborn babies, like the nuns, saying.
I never said any such thing.
I'm pretty sure that was last week.
Maybe. I have news for you today.
Lovely.
They are throwing themselves, women are throwing themselves at Micheál Martin, the politician.
Wow.
Really?
No. That's stones we're thinking of. Women are throwing stones at him. No. Women are throwing themselves at the Russian politician Vladimir Putin.
Wow.
Yeah. Telling you, actually, do you know what age he is?
I would say
Late
50.
50s?
66.
Oh.
That's a fact. And you can be sure he's still riding. Some lads, like when they get old, you know, like when you're hunting cattle, you want a good stick. You want a good hard stick. And some lads, you know, instead of a stick, they only have the old black poly pipe, you know, for piping water out
Yeah.
you know, the stuff. And other lad, which is in the business known as a semi. And then more lads, when they get old, they have like a defrosted Mr. Freeze. But
What's that known as in the business?
no good. Putin, and he's the head of a fella who is definitely still sawing. Now, he was at a meeting during the week, Vladimir Putin, and I wasn't there now. I had a meeting myself. Putin was at a trade fair in Germany, and I was at the field committee meeting. Do you know they want to build a new stand?
Yeah, down
They want to build it for people watching the matches.
Yeah.
I said the game is on the field. You know, the dumb arseholes in the stand, they can die pneumonia, exposure, as long as we win the game. There was never a game won in the stand.
You'd have to be dry.
Who?
The spectators.
Fuck the spectators. When I'm managing a team, I want the team to win. There was never a game won in the stand.
Okay.
Bar the senior football 6 years ago, the town boys had a man in the stand. He had a yoke in his ear, like he was Clint Eastwood doing security for the president. And he was listening, I thought he was listening to wireless. And maybe he listens to music during the game to calm him down. He might have an underlying heart condition, maybe a bit of Charlie Lansbury to calm him down or something.
Jesus.
But I was told, Noel, he is doing stats. I called the guards on him. I thought stats was some sort of drug. Like poppers or Jif or whatever lads be at. There's too many lads nowadays on the stats. One local lad, he got in big trouble. He drank a pint of hash.
I don't think that's.
Like, you couldn't be right after that.
I don't think that's how it's consumed.
Really, I wouldn't know. But it turns out this fella, he was on a walkie-talkie down to the sideline, and he was telling them what to do and what to change. And I wish I had known that before pinning him to the ground shouting drug dealer. And the guards took him away. That man's family were not happy. But without their stats man, the town boys didn't know what to do. We won the game.
Good.
And he got a written apology from the club. The photo of him in the paper being arrested was unfortunate. But Putin, anyway, right, Vladimir Putin, he was on stage abroad in Germany with Angela Merkel. Now, don't worry, she didn't throw herself at him. Lucky escape there. But she has a bit of decorum about her. But 3 women took off their tops and ran up on stage at him.
Wow.
None of them were wearing a bra, or as Dermot calls them, a milk cap. These women had slogans written on their chest, and they were against Putin's dictatorship. Now, I didn't take much notice of the writing on their chest. My German wouldn't be hectic at the best of times. And then, you know, when the first 2 words are kind of jiggling vigorously, and on the move. The message can be lost, is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. The message was lost. And the security were very alarmed, but our lad, you have to watch it. This woman takes off her top and runs screaming at him, and he just leans back and gives her the thumbs up. He's nodding at her like she's a calf for sale. He's like, go away, yeah. and people give out about him, you know. But in fairness, I'm told he has agreed to meet with the protesting ladies over cocktails Saturday night. And he might be controlling millions of people, but he's a gas fucker, so... You know the dress code for that meeting. Now,
Oh my god.
my second news story of the week. Johnny Stacks.
Smacks.
Do you watch other people riding?
No.
Okay, I thought you would answer yes, and I would say, then this is the story for you.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, unless you're a doctor or a priest or the bouncer in Hazes, you shouldn't be watching other people ride. Drive it. But there's a thing on the internet, a news story, called pornography. This is new to me now, and I had a look at it, and I'll tell you one thing. I don't know where these refrigerator repairmen are operating out of. But I'll tell you, the housewives are getting some value for money.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Your man arrives on, I come to fix your fridge, and within 2 minutes, he has her up on the counter, and, like, she has to prepare food on that counter. And, like, for a professional, like, the man has zero concern for bacteria. I'd say to him, hygiene was a tall girl. And like, it was all rough stuff. There was no, you know, taking off the garter, taking your time. It was like, oh, quick before Nationwide comes back on. Do you know? And your one was Ron. Oh, the American one in the video. She was like, oh, that's it. That's the spot. And I said, like, he hasn't even looked at the refrigerator yet. What are you talking about, woman? And she's like, oh, right there. And the fridge was fucked on the other side of the room. And she was like, oh, that's it. Like, that's not what he was called for at all. So I don't understand it at all. But anyway, the British Board of Film Classification has said children are stumbling on pornography by accident. Well, I tell you, you'll be stumbling after it, because I wasn't right after watching it. I went straight to confession. And then I went and did a course on fridge maintenance. And I'm going to have to ring Doolin, because I don't even know what kind of insurance you'd want doing that job. But the board did a survey, and 3/4 of parents said, no, my child has never seen porn. And then they surveyed the young lads. And fuck it, they've nearly all seen porn. So youngsters under the age of 10 said, and I quote, they felt grossed out and confused after watching it. This is like taking a tourist who has never seen hurling and then bringing them to Junior A in Laois.
Oh my god.
Leaving grossed out and confused. So they're going to bring in a new law, which means you must be over 18 to watch it, and ID will have to be provided.
Oh.
You might have to scan your passport in order to watch this smut. And at this point, I can tell you Johnny Stacks is sweating profusely. But this was supposed to be brought in, this rule, back in July. But it was delayed because lads wanted to find out how your man got on with the fridge. I don't know, was the compressor gone in the back? Maybe it was just a bulb. I'm going to watch the second half tonight when Carmel has gone out. I couldn't let her watch that. Jesus, imagine she saw that. She'd say, Noel, why is his yoke twice as big as yours? No?
Oh.
Your man was like the handle of a sprung. It wouldn't fit in the toolbox. Oh, no, he came to fix the fridge, but no need to bring a sledgehammer. So, people are saying you'll be able to get around these security checks using what they call an IP changer. Now, I have no idea what that is. But the fella who changes it, he not calling on to my house anyway, I'll tell you that. So, but apparently watching it can have a bad effect on you when you're a young fella, because you think that's what riding is going to be like.
Yeah.
And I can assure you now, lads, it ain't. 27 seconds up against the back door of the mart. And 'twasn't an animal.
Oh, jeez.
'Twas one of the dinner ladies.
Go away.
I was giving her the old chat, and oh, sure, God bless her, she was about 40 years older than me, but I learned a lot that summer. How to separate lambs amongst other things. In local news, if you're able, in local news, Hopper Sullivan is getting married. That's right. The man with the shake. Hopper, he went out for a pint Friday night, 2007, and he's still going. He's like a Duracell bunny powered on fags and hatred of everyone on the news. I swear to God, you've been in the pub with that man, and no matter who comes on the news, he's just like, bastards taking our jobs. And the same fella, he wouldn't work if you bet him with it. You know what I mean? But Hopper had a fall in Darcy's pub years ago. He tripped over a turnip and he broke his hip and his back.
He broke his back.
Yeah, he broke his back and his nose and he broke his skull.
That must have been some fall.
Yeah, oh, that's a fact. He was in bits. And Darcy picked him up and gave him a glass of brandy and he was okay, like. But and then some people say he could have claimed.
Yeah.
But he was happy enough with the free pints they give him. So that's what they call in the business a win-win. Well, the funny thing is, Darcy don't do food. I'm not sure where the turnip came out of. But so Hopper is getting married in what they call a fake wedding.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Now, it's not like the fake weddings the Kardashians to be putting on. This is actually a fundraiser. Well, I suppose that actually is like what the Kardashians to be at. But Hopper's doing it for the club, and you can buy tickets for the fake wedding of Mr. Chairman or myself, €20, and it should be a great night. Maureen, I hope to see you there. That gets you dinner as well.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, well, Margaret is doing cocktail sausages.
It's dinner in itself.
Enough salt to defrost the motorway. So. And the lucky bride for the night is Furry Costigan. Furry Costigan. And, of course, you know where she got the nickname. She have a back like a kiwi. I don't know. Is it genetic? Or she just don't shave it? Or what? But, standing in as father of the bride is the Kettle Brennan. He got his nickname off O'Gorman Construction. 5 years, all he did was make hay. We're hoping he can make it up the aisle without having to stop for a cup. And the priest on the day will be played by Happy Kane. And, of course, you know Happy, the Undertaker. He gas fucker. A great man to lighten the mood. Jay-Z, he done Slipper Dalton's funeral at the Fabulous.
Slipper Dalton.
Jay-Z danced up the aisle back. He's very good now. He'd organised the music and all.
Okay.
And I didn't think you'd fit an AC/DC tribute band in the chapel. But they tucked in behind the organ there and they went down a treat. Maureen, I'll tell you that now. They opened the funeral with You Shook Me All Night Long and Prayers of the Faithful. They did TNT, and then of course the procession they finished with Highway to Hell. I'm of course contractually obliged to say that Frankie Fahy is the best Undertaker in the county because I took the soup off Frankie. But for the fake wedding for the club, then the best man is to be played by Catherine Lyons because the ladies football club weren't being represented, so Mr. Chairman gave Catherine the job just to soften her cock. So I can't wait to see a 55-year-old treasured ladies football club on the stag. I'll tell you that now. So I hope to see you all there, Sport Club.
Very good. And
also not quite how sure Furry Costigan is to the club, but the committee are hoping that Hopper will bust his cherry. So
Very good. Very good.
he did kick a winner in the under-14 South final 30 years ago. and the club would like to show their gratitude.
Okay.
I did my bit already
What
by
you-
strategically placing that turnip. So the club is going having the wedding.
When's it on?
I have no idea. It's not my job. The secretary's job.
Is there a phone number people can get tickets on?
Oh shit! What is it now? 062. I don't have it on me now.
Okay.
But it's actually the same phone number as if you're looking for Patsy to do any mixers.
Okay.
You can just refer to last week's phone number.
Okay, and ring that. Okay.
Ring that, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so thanks very much, Noel.
Mind yourselves.
See you next week.
Hello. Just actually before I go, I wanted to say a few weeks ago I did local news saying that there was 2 items of clothing left down the park. They still have not been collected. So here is the said Topless fresh milk, a taste of Tipperary top, and the other one then of course. And this one says made in China, so I assume it belonged to a Chinese man. Is a Kilfeacle rugby hoodie. They've been left down the park for over a month now, and Parish and the boys have been wearing them. So if somebody wants to collect them, otherwise they'll be going to the St. Vincent de Paul. Thank you.